kind of suddenly growing thing that is playing out. But I think, A, probably we weren't quite as far on in terms of visualising that as we thought we were, and B, we weren't inundated with web developers saying that they wanted to work with us. So we had started yesterday with Richard, who's facilitator, basically, service designer, and Laura, who's a writer. And then, I mean, I had a bit of support from other people that knew the Playing Out project to kind of help think it through. So yesterday, for us, was a bit more like a kind of self-help group than it was about actually doing anything. And Richard really skillfully facilitated a very, very useful discussion about where we are as an organisation and what we need and what, you know, where we want to be going. And I think actually that was what we needed. We're at the point where it's just needing more, it's needing a new direction, because it's gone from being a very small local thing to being a really sort of unmanageable national thing. So that bit of thinking was really helpful. The challenge for us is Playing Out, because we're trying to make it as easy as possible for other people to take action. So all of our stuff needs to be not really designed, and it needs to be really simple and usable. You know, it needs to be stuff that people can print out on their home computer quite cheaply. Today we sat down and went through a bit more detail about what the shape of this network and the website as a whole would look like, and Mike gave us a lot of really useful input from the sort of technical side of the types of things that we would need to think about. And what we've ended up with is a really clear brief, a sort of bullet point brief that we can now take to a web developer and say, look, this is what we need to achieve. So that is a really concrete outcome, and that's brilliant and really useful. Basically, Richard's done really great work in just visualising and sketching out the new website, you know, how it should work, and making it much more simple and user-friendly. So I think is that it,
yeah,
basically?
so, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.